Hi there, it's Noelle Co-Star here with Noellness.com, and today I'm going to be doing some readings. We have such enormous energy coming in, happening right now for us. We are about to have the summer solstice on Thursday, and what that is the longest day of the year. But more importantly, what that means is that we are taking on an enormous amount of solar energy, solar power into our side of the planet. And so it's so important to watch your words, know what you are thinking about, know what your intentions are, because those things are going to be amplified and magnified over the next 6 or 7 months. What we give our energy to right now will grow. So we're going to do some readings around what that is. If you haven't liked or subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do that right now. And by the way, if you know somebody that likes readings, please share this with them, because I would love to be able to reach more of you that are interested in this type of work. Okay, so what are the questions that we're going to be asking today? Well, we're going to ask, what area of your life needs this solar power? What area of your life will be really greatly impacted or empowered by this energy? Okay, that's one thing I asked. Another thing that I asked, because we have this full moon in Capricorn, so we have the full solar energy plus the lunar energy. So guess what? Get your crystals out. This is such an important thing to do. If you have crystals, this is like the crystal time of the year. It is time to get them out, let them get really supercharged. And I don't mean like, I mean somebody like me that's using crystals every single day in healing people. I'm not going to leave my crystals out for a week at a time. But if you're somebody that's not doing that, I encourage you, get your crystals out there, let them be out for the next couple of weeks. If you are putting crystals out there that might fade, you know, maybe put some out for a day or two, bring them back in. But this is a great time to get your crystals charged up, because they too are going to take that in, combine with the energy that they're getting from the earth that you're putting them on. And it just really helps them work wonderfully for you and get a higher charge for you, so that, you know, they're more powerful. Another thing that I wanted to talk about, so, okay, I want to say I'm doing the readings today out of the Wheel of the Year deck. I love this deck whenever, I always love this deck, but I especially love this deck when we are entering a new season, because it's exactly what this deck is made about, you know, the cyclic nature of us, of the earth that we live on. And so I love the depictions in these cards. So you're going to pick whether you want your reading out of pile number 1, number 2, and number 3. And you can't get it wrong. So go with what your heart or your gut is giving to you. And put it in the chat, because when you put it in the comments or you put it in the chat, it's not so much about me. It has nothing to do with me. It has to do with you making a decision and putting it out into the universe, and thereby you will get a better reading. I know it doesn't make sense, but all time and space is like, it doesn't exist, okay? And so what is happening now can be channeled better because you take action in your future while you're watching this, and put it in the comments. Okay, so do that. Pick which pile you want your reading out of. And if you really want to do something different this summer, you want to do something that's completely just for you, come to the Magic of Manifesting. This is our 5th year that we're going to be hosting this event. This is a full immersion VIP day with me and my husband. And we work specifically with you to help you learn the tools and the strategies that you can use in your life to really create a life that you love and bring it in like magic, not like strife, not like spinning wheels, but like magic, okay? This day is incredible, and I would love for you, if you're interested, go to my website, go to Noelle.com and check out the tickets. Like I said, it's a VIP day. We have a limited seating. This is an event that we hold privately in my house where you get real interaction with me and my husband, and it's just a beautiful, incredible day of creation, of you time, of getting clarity, and I do energy healing. We do so many things. It is a full, incredible experience. So if that is landing with you in your heart, don't delay, because there's only so many tickets and I can't make any more because there's only so much space here. Okay, number ones, let's get your reading on. Okay, so again, what did I ask? I asked, where what area of your life do you need this solar energy to be a focus, okay? So the card that you got here for that, and I never look at the cards before I just deal them and let them sit here because I like it to be my first reaction. But what area of your life needs this solar energy? Well, definitely it feels like, you know, I don't know if you've been waiting for like, and I'm going to flip your other one too, because I like to kind of have them together. 9 of Pentacles. This is the other card that's talking more about the full moon. So I'll show them to you again. But first off, right away, I feel like, I don't know if you have been waiting for somebody else to like give you permission, or waiting for news about something to make a change. But it feels important that you stop waiting on other people and that you decide for yourself, okay, what do I truly want? What is one thing? You don't have to think of all the things, but what is one thing that I truly want to change? One thing that I truly want to do differently, because it feels very much like there is some different course of action than the one that you've been doing, and you've been waiting. And so Spirit is asking you to stop waiting and to decide, so that this powerful energy can come in and help make that happen for you. As long as you're the energy of waiting, it's going to amplify that, okay? So that's one thing. Second thing is, if you have a daughter in your life, I feel like this would be a younger child, not a teenager, maybe like 12 years and younger, or maybe you have a special niece or somebody in your life that's a child. It feels to me like this relationship is important. And I mean, obviously, if it's your daughter, of course it's important. And a lot of times we have special connections with other children too. But this feels to me like this child is a creative, insightful, playful, definitely intuitive child. And so it feels like some of your attention also could go here, and that this solar power can energize this relationship where you might be able to learn things and be inspired by this child. Okay, second thing is, and I'm going to show you your cards again. Okay, so this is the Page of Wands, and the second card here is the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so one of the things that's being brought to light for you right now is that you are somebody that can be independent. You are somebody that can take care of yourself. And if that's not something you believe, then through this period of time right now, that is going to really show its head for you. Because it feels like this is something that, I don't know if in the past you have, maybe you have been somebody that has been taking responsibility for a lot of people providing. And it feels like maybe it's time to stop doing that as much. Because I'm getting two things. It feels like some of you, there's that. And then there's some others of you that it feels like this lesson for you right now is so that you step in to your financial power, so that you stop making excuses about why, because it feels very much like you are headed into some changes and a more abundant time. And so it's important for you to hold this awareness through these next couple of weeks, so that all of this energy isn't on worrying if it's going to be difficult for you to give up this money, or because it feels like I said, there's some kind of change going on, like maybe where you're going to decide to work for yourself, or where you're going to be promoted into another position, or where maybe you're going to move because there's some job or something that you want to do. But it feels like this is the area of your life that is most going to be important over this next couple of months. And so make sure that the energy that you're putting into it is positive and filled with belief and filled with worthiness. So affirm yourself often, okay? All right. If you pick number 2, this part of the reading is for you. Okay. Boom. Let me go back like this and see this part first. Okay, so we've got the 5 of Wands. Okay. So the area of your life that you most want to look at over, where the solar energy is going. What area of your life needs this solar energy? So part of this feels like maybe at times, maybe you don't stick up for yourself, or maybe competition isn't a great thing, but it can be a good thing. I feel like competition a lot of times pits people against each other in negative ways, but sometimes it can inspire you to do better. Sometimes it can make you feel like, you're doing this together, not against. And so it feels like maybe some of this energy is going to be needed for you because you're competing for something, maybe in business, maybe physically, maybe you're out there competing physically in something, whether you're, in martial arts, or you're a gymnast or something like this. But it feels like it's important that whatever competition it is, whatever struggle, because it does feel like there's a struggle energy around it, that it's important for you to go, do I want to keep this going? Do I want this for the next 6 or 7 months? Or would I like this to be easier? So if, the other thing here that they're making me feel is that part of this also could be that you have been having a struggle physically about something, maybe a health challenge or something like this, where something has been competing for your attention, for your energy inside of your own being. And so, that maybe looking at that, because they're making me feel like, maybe you need to focus on that one thing and focus on you instead of having your energy competing with other things. so that you can move forward in that area. All right, let's look at your second card here. Your second card here is the 10 of Swords. So both of these cards are very much, you know, where this full moon is all about responsibility and stuff like that. And it does feel like this is a lesson in those things for you. Like, it's important, if even here, there's a full moon in this card. And this card is asking what needs to be brought to light to, you know, take responsibility for. And so this feels like some of your actions are keeping you stuck in the places that you are. And so for you to take responsibility, it's really looking at where are you having this consistent conflict and struggle going on in your life. And perhaps it's time to really go, okay, I'm ready to leave this behavior behind me, and let me plant some new seeds for this next couple of months. Let me decide that I would love to be speaking, that it is easy for me. Or instead of, you know, sometimes when people want to let something go, they'll be like, you know, where I don't have the thing anymore. You know, I'm somebody who doesn't get headaches anymore. And it's like, no, that's not what you want to focus on. You want to be over here saying, I'm a person that always has ease and, you know, vibrant clarity in my mind. I have, you don't want to say tension-free. I guess you could maybe say tension-free, but you don't want to bring your awareness to the things that you don't want. Okay, so it feels like that, like it's an important time for you to pivot mentally and physically with what you've been doing, so that you don't amplify these things, so that you can feel better than how you've been feeling. Because they make me feel like it's really important for you to look at where you feel depressed, where you feel stuck, you know, and see if you can release some of the constriction around there with your mind first, and then the physical constriction will ease up a little bit, okay? All right, dun, 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 number 3. So before I do number 3 here, I just want to say, if you are somebody that is into tarot, likes tarot, and you're not really good at doing readings yet, you have to look in the book every time, I have some amazing free resources over on thetarottribe.com where you can get you can get an audio from me, you can get a tutorial from me, you can get a cheat sheet, you can get a whole bunch of stuff for free. So go on over there if tarot interests you and you wanna get yourself going on it. I have some free stuff over there for you. Okay, so number 3, people. Okay, number 3 is we are going to look first at your first card, the Judgment card. And then let's look at your second card. Here is the Page of Cups. It's beautiful cherry blossoms. So, okay, you know, the area that most needs this solar energy in your life is your spiritual development, and really the choices that you're making around those types of things. And so I think it's important for you to look at, okay, where you're going to carve out time and energy to really focus on those types of things, because this is what needs this energy. This is what wants to flourish and grow for you. So that's number 1. Number 2 is this card here. So this is what's being brought to light for you to take responsibility for, or less. And so, you know, one of the things is how you're interacting emotionally with other people. You know, what kind of reaction you have when people are talking to you about good things or bad things. And it's important for you to really recognize that you have more control over that than you think you have. It's more of a reactive type of thing. But it does feel like that there is a need right now for you to take responsibility for falling more in love with yourself, for dedicating some time for you to tell yourself how much you love and appreciate yourself, for finding reasons that you care for you. And in doing that practice, it feels like the emotional stability is easily there. The other thing is looking at also where you have, you know, where you have a child that needs you. And so it feels like there's decisions to be made around this child. And I feel like this child is emotional, but they're not unstable. And they're more creative and maybe dreamy than most kids, but it doesn't mean that they have problems. And so what it does mean is maybe they need different ways of expressing themselves. And so that's one of the things that they also are, you know, talking about the responsibility for. But really, it looks like there's so much illumination that wants to really happen for you. And so get out there and make sure that you are getting some raise. Make sure that you're getting some charge. I also want to say to you, number 3, is that, you know, you may need to partner up. You may need to partner up with somebody to develop spiritually. You know, to grow in a way outside of your mind, or look at your actions and find more peace and at one-ment with yourself. If you have a mentor, you have somebody that can help guide you through that process. So, all right. I love you guys. I hope you have a blessed summer solstice in the weeks ahead. And I'll see you real soon.